Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John. Today's video is on gig economy. So I'm starting my Uber and dashing right now. It's 10 minutes past 1 in the afternoon here in Australia, and the best time to do dashing and Uber and skip dishes and all the other courier platforms. Okay, so before I start my journey on the road, there is a topic I wanted to talk about, and this one will suit mostly the people, the gig drivers. Anybody else can learn from it, but it will suit gig drivers the most. And this is a situation where a gig driver, specifically DoorDash, was shot in New York City while he was delivering an order to the customer. So I've talked about a similar topic before, and the first instance was still in the US. That was about a lady who was unalived because she went to pick an order from an old man who was a victim of scam. So the Uber driver was unalived by the old man, not knowing that the driver was innocent. So that was the first topic about the similar circumstance which I have talked about previously. But this one is a different one, where someone shot at the DoorDash driver when he was asking for directions. Now this time around it's a male, so apparently the driver lost direction, and also his phone died or was off. Apparently maybe it was not charged. And then the poor guy decided to ask for directions from the neighbors there. Now what made the situation worse is the fact that it was night time, and trust at that time is always minimal. People would not be that welcoming at night, especially when you are a stranger and maybe different in that community. So this particular driver was an immigrant in the US from West Africa. So obviously the driver also it may be challenges with communication, and the element of trust at that point is always minimal, especially when it's night time. So how the neighbors reacted when this guy was knocking on the doors of people asking for directions was not welcoming. So finally the last one, the last household where this driver asked for help, is where now he was met with what he was not expecting. He was shot. And I will put the clip a little bit here so that you can see how risky this the type of work we do sometimes. Because luckily he did not die, but he was shot. And then this guy, the owner of the household where the driver went to ask for help, he is actually a licensed firearm dealer. So the guy had all kind of weapons there, you see. And I was expecting that he was trained enough to understand that or to have self-control when it comes to using of lethal weapons. But this guy decided to shoot at the guy, and you can see from the video that the driver was actually driving away, but the guy continued to shoot at the driver. So the driver was injured, but luckily he did not die, you see. So this second incident is the driver was lucky. The first incident, which I covered earlier, the driver was not lucky because it was fatal. So this makes me and sometimes to be a bit to be a bit cautious when it comes to delivering at night. Although I've never seen incidents like that in Australia. Australia is a little bit safe, and then people don't have guns. Ordinary people don't have guns in their houses. So unless somebody chases you with a machete or something, but incidents like this of random shootings are minimal here. But let's watch this video and then see how this driver was almost unalived. I don't know if it's clear, but yeah, it is. You see the way this guy is shooting. I don't know if it's clear. I don't know, but maybe I will you see from that video. But I think the best thing, I will attach the video separately also so that you can see clearly. So such simple acts or actions, it's not even simple, but to the driver it was simple, because the driver was just asking for help with the direction, because the driver somehow knew that the customer is in that locality, and the phone apparently died, or the battery was depleted when he was there. So the driver knew it must be one of the households there. So he went every door asking if they had ordered something, or if they were expecting an Uber delivery. But instead of the guy helping, or even helping with charging a little bit the phone a little bit, the guy decided to shoot the driver, you see. So the driver was a 24-year-old, and it was an immigrant from West Africa with limited English proficiency, and was attempting to deliver food when his phone died, you see, or the battery was depleted. So kind of the driver was lost and disoriented, so he didn't know what to do, and he decided now to just ask for help so that he can complete the delivery. But he almost lost his life as a result of that, you see. So I'm thinking to my fellow gig economy people or drivers, I think the best thing is, if you are delivering at night, just be very careful, be very cautious, because you never know how the other person will respond. Every time you go and knock someone's house, you don't know how the other person who is inside will respond. The person can come out with a gun. If it's a place like the US, someone can come out with a machete or a knife or whatever. So it's always good to be safe, and you trust your guards, especially at night, because this incident was at night, you see. And just carry a spare battery or a charger, battery, I mean power bank, and then always have a charger on your car, to prevent such situations, because I'm wondering how the battery was dead, yet as an Uber driver, that's priority number one. You should be having your charger, your phone should be on charger throughout, as long as it's not fully charged. And at least you should be having if your charging system is not stable, then at least you should be having a power bank, a spare. So the incident was also, maybe he was a new driver, and the fact that he even was asking for directions means maybe he was a new driver, and he was just asking for help, but he was almost killed. The other thing is, before you travel, at least acquaint yourself with the destination, where you are going, the address where you are going, so that even if you lose the map or the direction, you can navigate your way offline. You see, you can, because you already know where you are going, so you can try and maneuver offline. You see. And then the last thing, which as a driver, which you can do, is there is no harm returning the order back to the store. Just indicate the challenges you have faced and return it back to the store. It is safe that way, because the customer will be compensated, and the company or the store will review what happened to you and decide whether you will be penalized for that or not. And in some instances, if there are genuine concerns, you will not be penalized as a driver, and then the customer will be compensated. So it is not worth risking your life knocking at strangers' homes at night, and people, maybe you have gone to a residential area where there's a lot of burglary and all that. People will mistake you for a robber or a thief. If you go to an area where burglaries have been happening or some bad stuff have been happening, and you are new there, you don't know, you see, or even your features might match somebody they have been looking for in that area. So it's very risky. So you've got to be very careful, trust your cards, and always, if you are unable to trace the customer and the customer or the address, just go back to the store, return the order to the store. That is safe than anything else. You see. Okay, so this video mainly would be the best, or will favor most the people who are in gig economy, or it will help the most the people in gig economy, because they experience similar incidences in their day-to-day activities. Alright guys, if you can watch my previous video which I did about the lady driver who was unalive, that one was an Uber Eats driver, was unalived while she was just delivering. She was picking the order. And she was alive because of an issue around an old man who was scammed, and then the Uber driver was assigned the order to go and pick the order, and then she was shot. So that was another tragic event. So this is the second one I'm coming across. But luckily this time around, this driver did not die. You see, so it's very dangerous out there. So sometimes we really need to trust our guts and be careful while we are delivering. All right, this was for the gig drivers or gig economy. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.